As we begin section 5, we're going to learn about system of inequalities, and we're going to determine the graphical region, which is the solution to the system of inequalities, and we're going to determine if the given point is part of the solution based on where it falls and what region it falls in. So go ahead and fill out your entrance slip. You're going to place an X in the half planes. That was our vocab word from section 3, half plane, which is part of the solution to each inequality. So go ahead and pause the video and figure out which region you are going to put an X in. So for number 1, we're shading above this line, so we put an X in this region. For number 2, we're also shading above the line, or since we have this line going through the X-axis, or the C-axis in this case, shading above means shading in the positive direction. The positive direction is to the right-hand side of this line. And then finally, in number 3, we're going to be shading below this line because of the less than or equal to symbol. So this is our entrance slip, and in our sample problem, we have taken all 3 of the inequalities and graphed them. So based on these 3 inequalities and the graphs that you put in your entrance slip, go ahead and pause the video and figure out the one region that all of these shaded regions share. So we're able to put an X in this middle region. It's the only region that all 3 of them have in common. And then we're going to go ahead and figure out which of the following points are solutions to the system of inequalities. So as we go through, we're going to go ahead and graph each of the points. So I'm going to plot each point. So for letter A, we find the point is right here in red, and we notice that it's not in the X region, so A is not our answer. Then we move on to letter B, so we're going to plot 600, 310, and we notice that it looks like it falls in our region. So letter B is one of our answers. Letter C, we're going to plot 600, 400. It's outside of my shaded region, so it cannot be letter C. Letter D, 800, 250 is outside of our shaded region. It cannot be letter D. Go ahead and move on to E, so 550, 350. It's right in the middle of our region, so E is an answer. And then finally, letter F. So we're going to plot 550, 400. It looks like it falls up right on that line, so F is our solution. So since it fell right on that line, notice that it's a solid line, which means equal to. So solid line means equal to. If it was a dotted line, it'd be not equal to, and we would not be able to circle letter F as a solution, because if it falls on the line, that means that it's either it has to be less than or it has to be greater than, but not equal to. So this is what we're going to be doing. We found out that B, E, and F are the only solutions, and that's it. So starting with number 1. All right, number 1, we're going to have to figure out which line goes with each inequality. So we're going to go ahead and put an A for the top one, and then B for the second one. So here's my A, and here is B. So we're going to figure out which line goes with which inequality. So I'm going to take a look at A, and I notice that 60 would be the y-intercept for my A line, and I notice that we have this line is going through 60 as the y-intercept, so that has to be line A. And then we have line B, it must be the other one. It's the only other option. Go ahead and highlight my lines. So then what I'm going to do is figure out the shaded region. So notice that my the y-axis, or in this case B, it's a positive number, so that means that my inequality is going to stay the same, and we're shading below this line. So I'm going to go ahead and write a little letter A in both of those regions. And then for letter B, again, this is a positive number next to my y, so my inequality is not flipping, and we're again shading below this line. So we have letter B and letter B. And the region that they both have in common is this one right here. So put an X in that region. That is step 1. You're getting points on your assessment for putting an X in this region. So in the second part, now it says select all that applies. Which of the following points, B, C, B, are solutions to the system of inequalities above? So we're going to go ahead and plot every point. So I'm going to plot 50, 5, 50, and then up 5, Looks like A is a solution. Then we go on to letter B. So we're going to plot 50, 20. It does not fall in that X region. You can go ahead and plot 20, 10. Letter C falls in this region. Let's go ahead and plot 10, 20. It's just above that region, so D is not an answer. Letter E, we're going to plot 70, 2. And it is outside of our region. And then last but not least, we have 70, 10. And it is outside of my region. So the only answers are A and C. In number 2, we're going to place an X in the shaded region. So I'm going to label this top one A and the bottom one B. We're going to have to figure out which line goes with which. So when I take a look at the equation C is greater than or equal to 420 minus T, I noticed two things. First of all, we have a positive y-intercept at 420 and a negative slope. Well, positive y-intercept and negative slope, I can go ahead and label this as line A. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that line, which means that by process of elimination, this has to be line B. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this line. All right, so for line A, based on this inequality, we're shading above. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little A in those regions. And then letter B, based on this inequality, I'm shading below. So we're going to go ahead and put a little B in the two regions below. So we figure out that this is my shaded region. Go ahead and pause the video and figure out which of the following points T, C are solutions to the system of inequality. When we plot each of our 6 points, we find out that D and E are the only solutions. In number 3, we're given these 2 points. So we're going to pick our A and our B lines. Based on these 2 lines, for this letter A, I notice that we have a negative slope and we have a positive y-intercept at 208, making this line A, and then this has to be line B, because if you notice, T, which is my y, so it's the same as saying y equals 30. So we have a line straight across going through the y-axis at 30. So we figured out what A was, line A, and what line B was. Now, based on the inequality symbol, we're going to figure out which way that we shade. In letter A, since we have less than or equal to, we're going to shade below. So we have below this line, so I'm going to put a little A here and a little A there. And then for letter B, that we're shading above this line. So we have a B right here and a B right here, which makes this my shaded region. From here, we're going to go ahead and figure out, as we plot each point, what our solution is. For number 3, we only have one solution, is letter B. For number 4, we're going to go ahead and place an X in the shaded region. So we have line A, line B. Let's go ahead and figure out which line is which. The easiest one to do is this top one, because I have a slope and a y-intercept at 360. But more importantly, we have that slope of 2. So I know that we have a full-on line right here. This has to be letter A. C is less than or equal to 90. C goes with my x-axis. So since C is with the x-axis, we should have a vertical line going through the x-axis at 90, which we do, which makes this letter B. I'm going to go ahead and highlight each of the lines that we have. For letter A, my A line, we're shading below this line, so I'm going to go ahead and put an A and an A. For letter B, we're shading below this line. And below this line means more in the negative direction, being below this line, negative direction. So we are going to go ahead and put a B and a B. I'm going to put an X in this region, and now you have to figure out the solutions. For number 4, you'll go ahead and find out that the answers are A and E. If you take a look at where E is located, we have 90, 500. 9500 is right on my solid blue line that is line B. So that means that it is part of my solution, it's part of the answer, because of that solid line. It does fall below line A, which is true, below line A. So then, we can go ahead and take a look at Letter F too. Just realized that I wrote this wrong. So letter F also, we have 90, 600, and that is, it's on the line. It's on that line, however, it's not below my green line, it's above it. So my only answers are A and E. Go ahead and pause the video and work on number 5. So number 5 is the last one that we have with only 2 lines. A, which is right here, and then B, which is right here, and we find out that X marks the spot where they intersect, and my answers are A, B, D, and E. So the only 2 that do not fall in my region are C and E. Let's take a look at number 6. So in number 6 we have 3 lines, so I'm going to call this A, B, and C. So for A, B, and C, we need to figure out which region all 3 of them share. And there's only one region that all 3 of them share. Before we can do that, let's figure out our lines. So first of all, my letter A line, we have P plus G is greater than or equal to 16. I know that 16 has to be my y-intercept. So since 16 is my y-intercept for whichever line it is, we have to figure out along this y-intercept of G where it falls on 16, and this has to be my letter A, my line A, because of that y-intercept. And even if we were to subtract that P, it also have a negative slope. So based on this letter A, I'm shading above this line. So we have A here, A right here, A here, and last but not least, A there. All right, let's check out this blue line, my B line. So we have G is greater than or equal to 7. So along the y-intercept, it has to be a straight line going through 7, and it does right here. So therefore, this is my blue line, or my B line. Based on the direction of this inequality, we're shading above this line. So I'm going to put a B here, and a B right here. And then by process of elimination, this has to be line C. So we're going to go ahead and highlight line C. For line C, based on the direction of my inequality, we're shading below this line. So we have C here, C here, C here, and C right there. So that's all of my regions. The only region that they all have in common is this one right here. So go ahead and figure out which letters, A through E, fall into this region. So my 2 points that are solutions to my inequalities, all 3 of them are C and then letter F. We have one more example to do, and in number 7, we're going to start by figuring out which line is A and which line is B. So we have A and B. So for line A, that is a lot simpler to work with than line B. I noticed that we have a positive y-intercept at 200, so even if I were to move this C to the other side, because C is along the x-axis and D is along the y, and we have a negative slope, but more importantly, we have a y-intercept at 2000. So this has to be line A, and by process of elimination, this has to be line B. So we have line A and line B. So for line A, notice the direction of the inequality. We're going to be shading below this line. So I'm going to put a little A right here and right here. Now for letter B, check it out. For letter B, if we were to distribute this 0.9 to both terms, it would not change the fact that D being associated with the y-axis, D is negative. So therefore, this symbol is going to be flipping so that it's greater than or equal to. And now instead of shading below this line, we're going to be shading above the line. So we have B right here and B right here. X marks the spot. So go ahead and figure out which of the 6 points fits into my shaded region. The only 2 points that fall in my shaded region, or my X region, are A and E. So by flipping this inequality, it totally changed our answers. Let's go ahead and finish up with this exit slip. Pause the video. And when you unpause, you'll see the answers. In my X region, B is the only answer.